Good morning. So we're going to look at our Thursday POD today. So all I did was we had our Wednesday POD and our lesson 1-1 there. So I just flipped the page and wrote it at the top. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video to write down the problem of the day. If you don't need to and you just want to work it out, that's fine. It says Lisa lives 2 19/100 miles from her school. Madison lives 5/10 of a mile further from school than Lisa. How many miles does Madison live from the school? So there's a couple ways we can take this. If you know what the word further is, then you might not need a picture, but some of us might need a picture. So I'm going to actually start by drawing the school. I'm going to just label it school. Then I know I have this house over here, and I know that it's Lisa. And she lives 2 19/100 miles from school. Now, Lisa lives further from school. So does that mean that her house is closer to the school or away from the school? It's going to be away from the school. So if we know she lives 5/10 of a mile further, then we know that she's going to live past Lisa. So we can draw Madison's house here, and we know that this is 5/10. Well, how do we write 5/10 as a decimal? Try it on your own. If we make a place value chart, we know we have ones, your decimal, and then we have tenths. So how many ones are in this number? 0. Then we bring down our decimal, and it says 5/10. So I'm going to put a 5 right there. So I know that this number is 0.5. So if I want to now know how far it is from Madison's house to the school, and I want to know what this number is, that looks really similar to some of the diagrams that you've done in 4th grade, some of the different ways to figure out if we're adding or subtracting. So if I'm taking this number and I'm looking for the total, if I don't know what the total is, what do you think I'm going to do to these two numbers? I'm going to add them. So I'm going to put 2 19/100. Then I'm going to line up my decimal, not my place value, my decimal. So then I have 0 5/10. I'm going to add them together. I can bring down my 9. 1 plus 5 is 6. Bring down my decimal. 2 plus 0 is 2. So my answer is 2 69 hundredths miles.